So you beautiful people, it's Trakky and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about some leaks that are very important to you guys in terms of Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War. And for some of you who were sat on the fence and probably decided you may not buy this Call of Duty, this may make you reconsider what you are doing. So far, we have had some really good news, and every week we seem to get something else that I personally believe makes us think this may actually be a really solid Call of Duty title. Now, I know every year people seem to say these things and we hang our hopes up there and they end up giving us something that is way down there, but I genuinely believe that Trakky have done themselves a real justice this year so far in terms of information that I've dissected and you know, looked at and thought to myself, as a Call of Duty fan, a hardcore one at that, wow, I can't believe they've done that. The first thing I've got to talk about is definitely the flinch mechanic. Now, if you did not know already, the flinch mechanic has basically been grabbed out the game and tossed out the window. It's something that us as Call of Duty fans have asked for absolute years now. Since the inception of Call of Duty multiplayer, I would say, people have complained, oh, fluky headshots because of the flinch in the game, and sometimes a fair gunfight is turned into an unfair gunfight simply because of that mechanic. The fact that they've chose to take this away is a massive win, a big W for the load of us who are going to play this game, because now it really does come down to your gun skills, and the fact that they've kind of tuned the headshot multiplier to be higher would make total sense now they've removed flinch out the game. So headshots more than likely going to be more important than they've ever been in terms of a skill gap, and believe me, skill gap is something I've been yearning for. Modern Warfare 2019 done its absolute best to compress that as much as possible. The introduction of doors, the taking away of dead silence and then making it a time thing, so if you wanted to rush you really had to calculate when you was going to. It just made the game boring to me, and I know there are people out there that really love Modern Warfare 2019, and that is your prerogative, but me personally, as a Call of Duty fan, and it was sold to me as a run and gun fast twitch shooter, Modern Warfare 2019 just didn't deliver that to me. And furthermore, I feel like if that title was as good as Activision are saying and others are saying, and I'm part of that vocal minority, then why has Trakky not chose to implement the likes of doors into the multiplayer aspect of the game again? And why have they just brought the return of Ninja / Dead Silence back to the game? Yes, you heard me right, Dead Silence is returning to Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War in the form of Ninja, what it was called in Black Ops 1, and it would make sense to call it that because this is a direct sequel to that game. So that is very important information in itself. So if you was thinking about, I'm not sure if I'm going to buy this game, I feel like that will make you more likely to pre-order now, just simply because it's already a better game, in my opinion, than Modern Warfare 2019, simply by the removal of doors and the implementation as Dead Silence as a perk. In terms of score streaks, we've seen a few score streaks, napalm strikes and stuff. The classics are back. Those of you who didn't play Black Ops 1 in its prime, I really feel for you, and I feel for you if you didn't play Black Ops 2 in its prime, which a lot would consider to be the holy grail of Call of Duty. But we're going to see a return of the minigun, the grenade launcher, the war machine, as a lot of people would know it as, the flamethrower. These are all going to be score streaks. So we've got no more specialists. They've been taken out of the game because that was another hand-holding mechanism, I would say personally, that I just easy kill, free kill for someone that's not the greatest in the world. But we're going to see the return of, before I go that far, down in the comment section, tell me what you would say is your favorite and best score streak, kill streak, whatever you want to call it, in Call of Duty history. And you're not allowed to include the nuclear. We're going to take that one and toss it out today. So name it, because I personally believe a lot of you guys would say dogs. That's where I would go. Dogs are one of the best streaks I've ever seen in Call of Duty, and it was definitely a streak that asserted your dominance as the best player in that particular lobby at that time. In Black Ops 2, it took some real gusto to get them. It was difficult. It was difficult to get them, much more difficult than it was in Black Ops 1. But even in Black Ops 1, you had to do bits to get your dogs. Once you earned them, you could kind of let them, you know, start gobbling up people, and you could casually start going about your business. After that, I would say the SR-71, the VSAT, the Blackbird, the Advanced UAV, whatever you guys want to refer to it as, was one of the, I think this actual streak was much more important than the dogs. The dogs was just nice to, you know, to have bragging rights. I'm the #1 in this lobby. But the SR-71 Blackbird VSAT, most important streak, I would say, in the history of Call of Duty. This benefited yourself. It also benefited your team, and it just gave you so much invaluable information on the minimap as to what was going on and where your enemies were going. And they removed it totally out of stuff like Modern Warfare 2019 because it was deemed looking down on lesser skilled players, and they wanted to compress, as I've said, the skill gap right down. Whereas it looks like Treyarch are trying to take it back to where Black Ops 2 and Black Ops 1, round about there. Black Ops 4, I wasn't a massive fan of. The Advanced UAV, the SR-71, the VSAT, whatever you want to call it, I think it was a massive, massive thing when that came into Black Ops 1. It was a game-changing streak that if you really could get it, it would help you out so much. But they scored it fairly, in my personal opinion, and I love that streak so much. My actual car is called Blackbird, and the Ford badge is changed because it's a black and red car, from a blue Ford badge to SR-71. That's how much I love that streak and the whole Black Ops vibe. I even made my car into a stealth machine to look like a Lockheed, basically. But I digress. The sniper nest is also supposed to make a return to the game. I will give them that. That was the best streak in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, I personally believe. It went ham every time. And this is what we want to see. We want to know, if you really go out there to put the effort in the lobby, are you going to be rewarded? And this is what Trek seems to want to do, instead of all this hand-holding of players who haven't invested the time to get better at the particular title at hand, which is going to be Black Ops Cold War this year. Now, the one thing I'm going to say about the dogs, which I should have mentioned his name by now, the MW2 Ghost, follow that person on Twitter, great leaks. I refer to him as the MW2 OG because that's the name I've always saw. And I've shared some of these leaks before, always seems to be accurate. But the one thing he did say and did stipulate was, at the moment, these streaks have been seen, but nobody has confirmed whether the dogs is a singular dog, as it was in Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which I thought was quite pathetic and often got killed before he even come off his leash, or whether it's going to be a pack of dogs. Now, me personally, I believe the shortcomings of Black Ops 4, Treyarch are really going to want to, you know, put their stamp on this game, and I personally believe it will be a pack of dogs, but it's going to be a very costly score streak in terms of how much score you will need to obtain them, which is not a bad thing. It's a challenge set. Can I aim for that? And if you've got stuff like the Advanced UAV popped into this game, that was like the halfway house score streak you needed to get to kind of help you get the biggest streaks in the game, and that's why I loved it. Ghost also will work how it used to work in traditional Treyarch Call of Duties. So if you stay still in a corner, you will come up on the radar. So to me, this game is shaping up to be something that could be absolutely stupendous in terms of how it will be received by the Call of Duty community. I know we're quite fickle at times, and there's a lot of times where we can't make up our minds, but me looking at this in a pragmatic way, I've always, you know, admitted when I've been wrong, and at the moment, I just genuinely believe they're doing so much to make sure the same mistakes that were made in Modern Warfare 2019 are not made again. So let me know down in the comment section, how do you feel about the news you're hearing here? And also let me know what is your favorite Call of Duty score streak, kill streak of all time. Guys, there are many buttons you could hit, but I like and subscribe button. I hope they took your fancy. And as always, guys, don't forget to stay on the right track. Peace.